Hey, everybody. This is, I do believe, my fifth or sixth hair journey. I'm not sure, but I'll probably just edit it or whatever. As you can see, the braids is out, and this is my favorite shirt, by the way. But the braids is out, and I have a thing on my head, and I want you, if you can see the new growth, I'm gonna do this with my finger, and I wanna do this. If I measure it correctly, that's almost about 2 inches of new growth. Which means while I was under them braids, it grew pretty good. Now, what happened? I thought I went bald for a minute. Why I say that, or I thought I was losing my hair, was because in certain areas, like I told everybody, I'm diagnosed with PCO syndrome. And I explained this in my first hair journey video, what that is. But I can't always explain it again. PCO syndrome is a what's the word I'm looking for? It's a situation where it's a hormonal imbalance, meaning you're hormonally impaired type of stuff. Your your hormones is not the way they supposed to be. So one kind of goes over the other and says, "Hey, I'm gonna do this," and So I have hair that grows in places where it shouldn't grow as a woman or girl or female, and I have hair that I'm losing for a female. So I have to keep that maintained if I actually want my hair to actually grow out. Um, I'm not gonna lie, I'm supposed to be on some type of medication that helps with that. Between metformin helps with fertility, even though it's actually used for people with diabetics. And now I am borderline because of this condition, but it's very, very hard sometimes to maintain that because I'm trying to, I really am trying to be in better health every day. I don't know, maybe it's just, I just gotta pick a regimen. But case in point, that is why I thought I was nothing was there and I might have to do the big chop. But what saved my life was my moisturizing. Okay, when I took the braids out, and because somebody used the rubber band method, the rubber band method knotted up my hair, which means my hair didn't like that. Therefore, it likes to be twisted, it likes to be braided. But rubber bands like that and the junk she had it in, it did not like. Therefore, it knotted up, and to get the kinks out, after I put the deep conditioner on, which I did use, and it was incredibly soft. I don't think I used enough. I should have got an extra packet. But what happened was when I put the packet in, there were knots everywhere. So I didn't make a video because I was going to make a video while that situation was going on. I do still have a few knots that still had to be pulled, but they about this small now. But I had knots that was kind of big, and when I pulled, I didn't use a comb to get them out. I actually used my hand instead, so it won't take a whole bunch of hair out. But as I noticed, when I pull our head, nothing, no hair's coming out. Or if I put in other places, it's still kind of coming out. But my hair is shedding because of the chemical withdrawal. So I noticed that maybe I should still use stuff that my hair needs. And I mean, I don't think my hair likes the sulfate pretty. Like I said, I have high porosity, so it doesn't like the sulfate. But right now, I'm using it still, so because it did help my hair. The Pantene Pro V Truly Relax really does help my hair. I've been using it for years. Even when I was hair relaxed, I was using it for years. I don't even remember the first time I used it. But when I used it, I stuck with it. I didn't ever change the product since. And ever since I stuck with it, and then it didn't cost much. I thought it would, but it didn't. I was debating that too. But the products, I'm going to show you what I did. And like I said in the other video, when I informed everybody in the other hair journey, I did talk about some stuff. For instance, certain things like mineral oils and petroleums. Like I said, with the petroleum, yes, that is a very controversial thing because petroleum technically comes from the same stuff that's black and comes out of the ground, and they use it for car fuel. I mean, they use it for a lot of things, and it's supposed to be like I would say a byproduct. Excuse me, y'all. I had a lot going on, but I could say it's like a byproduct, and they use that in like petroleum jelly and grease for your hair, uh, hair grease and all that stuff. So, or even in certain products like hair products, pretty much. I don't trust it, but in some cases, I could deal with some stuff. You know what I'm saying? But that's why I don't do hair grease because it's full blown petroleum in those. Full blown. But mineral oil, I can mess with that. That's still kind of natural to me. Now people say, oh, it clogs up your. Like I said before, there's a way to do it where you could use it as a sealant. You can use grease as a sealant, or you can use mineral. Anything that has mineral oil in it, you can use it as a sealant. You don't necessarily, and even silicone. You be anything with silicone, you use them as sealants, meaning they might not have anything else, but they do have silicones. And for people with high porosity, that is a good thing for you. Sorry to say that, but that's a good thing for you. Okay, when I took my hair and I had to get the knots, number one, I used my hand. So that way I could get the knots out because doing just the comb, it kind of pulls on it extra and you don't want that. But when I did put moisture in it, I started realizing that there's more hair on my head than I thought. It's just poofing up. That's the beginning. And one thing about my fam, our hair grows pretty fast if we do nothing. And it's crazy. My cousin here looks like she got about a 3 inch or maybe a 2.5 inch of new growth there. And she cuts her hair, and it could be even longer than that, but she just keeps cutting it. I don't understand. I'm just telling you. This I got from Walmart. I did want to pick, but I said since I'm starting off um this, I have this. You can use your hair wet or dry with this, and I forgot how much it cost me. I think it was one or two something. Oh, I'm not sure. But they come in more than this color. I think it's blue, green, and then maybe pink. I don't know. But this is a very good comb for people with wet hair. But you can also use it on dry. And the reason why there's a curl on it is because for people who want to just keep it in the shower. And most of the time, no offense, people with extremely straight hair, y'all wash your hair every day. So yeah, this could come in handy. But I use it for both, but mostly for when my hair is not been washed yet and I'm putting moisturizer in it. And trust me, it do. When it poof it up, it comes right up. Now, don't get me wrong. When your hair kind of knotty like mine, and it's hurting for right now. It's hard to manage. It's getting a little difficult, but I'm still hanging in there. Okay, everybody remembers the oil I use, I hope. If you don't, go back to the first video or the second video and you will know. The African, I told you I made proud of the African pride thing. This oil does do wonders. I realized something that makes some use. Remember when everybody thinks that mineral oils clog your pores, but that's the purpose, the sealant. You use it as a sealant. Well, I came up with a brilliant idea. Okay. In this, there is okay, just because it says this on the outside, I do have to tear the label off eventually. There's in this container, there's actually the Pantene Pro V daily moisturizer for relaxed hair in this container. Just want everybody to know that. In this container, a moisturizer. In this container, a moisturizer. And yes, I do. And this is hair butter. Both of these, and I'm about out of this, which is good because then I can get the other one. But I might have to use this until I can get a better moisturizer that's a little bit more natural. But this right here is incredibly awesome. But what I did to both of these, everybody, see if you can see it. See, it's moving around a lot in there lately. But do you want to know why? This smells good. I just want everybody to know that. It's because I took this oil and mixed it with this. You say, well, shouldn't there be an oil already in this? It is. But like anybody else know, that's not enough for people with hair like mine. Okay, I'm looking for the ingredients. There is coconut oil in here, but there's only two different oils. That's it. And most likely, if you have hair with high porosity, you need maybe one or two more oils in your head. So, what I did was this. I sprayed this and this and this, and I took a plastic uh butter knife or knife, and because you can dispose of it, and stirred it. But I did try not to mix the formulas. I mean, and when I got ready to mix it in this one, I would take make sure I wiped it off and stir it. Now you'd say, oh, why don't you just use another butter knife? I'm gonna be real with you. I was just kind of lazy. I didn't feel like getting another one, and I was up, and I was tired. So yeah, I didn't feel like using another one. But I just took this oil and mixed it in both of these. Now the consistency will be a little liquidy than before, than before. But see, one thing you don't know is that when you do that, it actually lessens one step. You don't have to do extra steps when you put the moisturizers in. This comb is great, but that method for me, it works for me. Because when I put it in there, I realized I did on one side, I did the usual, where I just put the oil first, and then I put the moisturizers. But then what happened was, sorry about that, y'all. Went out for a minute. Then on the other side, after I added the oils, I tried this method, but on the other side, I put the oils in there, mixed it. It took me about 2 or 3 minutes, maybe 5. And once I got it mixed up, what happened was I put it on the other side of my head, and which is my left side. And what happened was I realized it was as moisturized as this side, except for me spraying this, it wouldn't have been messy. So I recommend people just start mixing, because you can mix these with certain products. If you have a product that don't have your necessary oils, let's say you buy olive oil as for your oil treatment, meaning something for you to put in your egg as as a oil. If you have one of these silicone bases like this, or like most moisturizers, if it's made for dry, damaged hair, it's going to have a silicone. So don't keep worrying yourself and buying these high butt products. Keep telling everybody, don't buy them products. I mean, yeah, it does you. It's I'm gonna be real with you. Those products are definitely hell crack for the natural head. If you have natural hair, Shea Moisture, Mixed Chicks, and there's maybe a few others, is or As I Am is definitely hair crack. You feel what I'm saying? Because it's and no matter what your budget is, you're gonna buy it. And to be real with you, you don't have to do that, because there are ways for you to be where you won't have to spend no more than half, cut your hair essential price in half. Or you might spend still about $30. But this cost me about almost 9. But I've already said that I'm gonna change my moisturizer. Once I use this, I'm gonna keep using my other one, and I'm gonna get a leave-in, and I found the leave-in I wanted. The African Pride Shea Miracle line will go back to natural for the leave-in, which is the orange container, is actually $3.50 in Dollar General. So if you go to Dollar General and they got hair products, go to one that's gonna have all the products there and they keep them stocked. Which also means I I realized that if this 350 there, that's a good thing. Hopefully one day Walmart get into the system, and it won't be too much of a hassle. But right now I have a Dollar General about 10 or 15 minutes up the road there. I'm going to that one. Okay, I'm just saying. Or I go to one if I'm out or something. No offense, but this method right now is a very effective. I have only tried this once, but it got pretty moisturized. But I am about to try it again, but because I don't have to add any more oil, because I already added this in here in my moisturizer. I still feel like I might still have to add some more in this, because I don't think I put as much as I did this, because of the consistency. The consistency, this is still a little extra, the way it was before. I don't know how to describe that consistency, but the consistency is it's moving a little bit more now. But if I put some more in here, it might not move as much. I mean, it might move a little bit more. This one is all over the place. Ever since I put the oil in it, I was wondering why I was doing that, because it didn't do that before. When I got it, I put this in there. It got the moving everywhere. But it's pretty good. But this oil, this is just a little spray bottle. Get this somewhere for about $1. Now I've seen maybe these. I might have seen these at Bed Bath Beyond for about 50 cents a piece. And I think I need to see if Bed Bath Beyond got these right here by themselves for about 50 cents a piece. Because this comes in handy. Oh yeah, and this oil is kind of greenish because of the olive oil they put in this. Now remember, African Pride is products is natural, but they do add certain things for many reasons. There is silicone in some of their products, like the moisturizer, maybe leave-ins, texture manageability system. Um, but most of the time it's natural. You might find maybe a few preservatives because they use them. I told you I do have to do another video based on those. Oh, I think I did already. I'm not exactly sure. Now, I did say I was going to do some videos, but lately, like I said, I don't want to put my personal life in this, but I've been going through a lot. I have, I just, I just lost a grandmother, so it's a lot going on with me. But anyway, gonna keep going. This what it is. But if you want, I'm not gonna be ashamed to show my hair because it does need to be brushed and everything. I really didn't do too much to it since. Okay, so forgive that. I did have that on there. See, this is my hair, and I realize my hair doesn't like to be certain ways, and there is still oil in this, but I still have to pour oil on the outside. It's still in there, which means it's gonna last a minute. But I have high porosity, so it has to be moisturized at least every other day, which means I have to keep it moisturized. I'm gonna put that all the way on now. And yes, it's that's major shrinkage right there. The new growth getting real, and it's shrinking my hair like the length I had, which was right here. Say, hey, no. I was gonna actually let it grow some more before I went totally natural. That way, when it shrunk up, it wouldn't be as bad. But hey, go natural. You gotta realize the shrinkage here, buddy. But them my products that I use and my method in doing my hair treatment. Now, if you have any questions on these hair treatments and how I do this, feel free to ask. Yes, if you want to know, can you use regular olive oil? Do I have to use a certain formula? No, you don't. If you believe your hair don't have to do extra formula, that's fine. Um, Olive oil, coconut oil by itself is fine. It's just you're gonna coconut oil if you don't get it already in a oil form, like I say, it's in a very solid form. You are gonna have to melt that. So to get it down in a container like this or in a little spray bottle, but it doesn't matter. You can either put a spray bottle or if you want to do the coconut oil where you melt it and you put a certain amount in there. You don't need much, maybe you can measure with your hand or with a ruler. When you put it in a different container, measure about, I don't know exactly how much I put in, but I think it was maybe about not even a cup, like 1/4, 1/3. Uh, it wasn't that much. Because you don't want to oversaturate it with the oil. You just want the oil to mix in with the the product so you can actually, you might smell it a little bit, but one day you will feel it. When you put the moisturizer on your head after you put the oil in, you're going to feel it. It has a certain texture after it, but it's not gritty or anything. It just extra slippery. I can't describe it to you. You have to find out for yourself. But if you do want to use extra oils, it's fine. You can use extra oils and mix it in. One thing you have to do so you won't be a product junkie is mixing your product. And you be consistent Cause like I've learned from a different video is when people going transitioning, it doesn't work the same when you're all the way natural. That's why I rather people use product that's good for natural and transitioning hair. Because your hair probably is going to still like that product if you be consistent with it. Now, your hair still doesn't like it, even when it's natural, then that's when you're going to have to change the product. As of right now, my hair is not completely natural. Therefore, there are products that I can still use. Now, like I said, my hair doesn't like sulfate because of my high porosity, but I'm only using it because it's still okay with my hair. Like my hair still likes it because it's transitioning. Once I run out of that shampoo and the conditioner, do you understand me? Once I run out of both of them, that's when I'm gonna get the next step. Um, so just remember that. Um, I think that's all I have to say. I showed you my hair, how much it might be. It might be maybe an inch and a half, maybe almost or exactly two, depending on the side of the head. Okay, my hair type exactly, like 4C, all that. I'm not sure what it is yet. I'm gonna be real with you. I think it's a 4C because of how shrinkage it is, but it's easily to be conditioned, meaning it's nappy, and that's because it's starting to, poof up and stuff. But as in me, I don't know. I think I'm on a 4C level, but it does get when I was had it in braids, it was a little wavy. I don't know, maybe that was a spray or what, but I don't think that was it either. I think it was slightly on the three. I think it was a 3C or 3D, and it's in the three scale, but like further back, not no 3A, 3B, none of that. It's a little further back. Whereas you know you can see it. But my mom has 4C. She takes care of her hair pretty well, but my little sister, we don't know what she has because I don't think she's fully natural. Mama thinks she is, but I said, nah, she ain't got no shrinkage. She's not fully natural yet. Um, but I do, and I really, really do need to clip my ends, but I don't know if I want to do it. I had an opportunity to actually do it myself. Uh, just clip the ends like after I had twisted it up, just clip the ends. But I didn't do that because for many many reasons. But it is short here in this area on the side. I don't know why, but it's actually it's actually growing pretty well here since I got rid of the relaxers. I mean, the hair came out mostly here and, wherever it was mostly all the knots at, but to be fairly honest, once I picked it with this, or picked it, I don't know, I felt that, I said, that's a lot of hair back there. Meaning, I can go ahead and do the big chop, but I don't think I'm going to want to do that. But I am going to train myself how to do cornrows because, or I might, I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna see if somebody can crochet, get this person to crochet my braids instead of um braiding the other way because I feel like if it's gonna get crocheted, it actually might grow pretty fast. Plus, my hair is not intertwined with it. I ain't gotta worry about anything. I know I could just cut the braids all the way down and no problem. Crochet. They said crocheting is better. So I'll probably get somebody to crochet, put my hair in like cornrows and crochet it. But I'll probably make sure I wash it and kind of grease it down because it's going to need it while it's in its form. So that would be awesome to do. Is get it crocheted instead of before. And I'm going to try crochets. I'm going to try a lot of protective styles to see what works for my hair and what doesn't. But I'm going to try not to do that too much because, like I said, I'm trying to get it to grow. I'm not trying to, so I'm just trying to get it to grow. That's it. But I think I talked too much already, and I'm very, very sleepy on top of that. I done prayed and everything. So, this episode, this might be my fifth or sixth hair journey, but y'all be blessed out there and be safe, 'cause the world is crazy. Be safe and understand if you give yourself fully to the Lord, God got you regardless. But more power to you and have a great day and be blessed. Thank you. Peace.